Korean Zombie's a brawler, and I'm not gonna back down from that. I'm gonna stand in the pocket and pick him apart.
제가 UFC에 온 이유는 제가 세계에서 제일 강한 패자급 선수라는 걸 증명하기 위해서 UFC에 온 겁니다. 오늘 밤 포이레 선수는 저한테 노가웃 당하고 그 다음에 이제 저는 타이틀전에 도전하겠습니다. 제가 UFC에 온 이유는 제가 세계에서 제일 강한 패자급 선수라는 걸 증명하기 위해서 UFC에 온 겁니다. 오늘 밤 포이레 선수는 저한테 노가웃 당하고 그 다음에 이제 저는 타이틀전에 도전하겠습니다.
Oh, he landed a big right hand. Nice uppercut and then a flying knee by Jung. Here they go. Yep.
서브미션을 잡는 곳에도 어느 정도 희열을 느끼지만 제가 가장 좋아하는 거는 너가웃을 시키거나 케이지 가운데에서 그냥 싸우는 걸 되게 좋아해요. 그래서 저도 제가 원하는 거는 그렇게 싸우고 싶습니다.
Korean Zombie puts on some of the most epic fights, and I can't wait to be part of one of those. This is gonna be the fight that everyone's gonna be talking about. This is gonna be the new fight of the decade.
Oh, boy, you got it. Looks like he's got it. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Can he finish it? Deep trouble. It's all over. Nicely done.
Tonight, I'm not looking for a quick finish. I'm here to battle. Korean Zombie's flat-footed style is gonna give me an opportunity to make him look slow and show my technical striking and show my speed.
Oh, he lands that right again and again.
I'm gonna try to keep my punches down the middle and walk him down, you know, make him back up. This is gonna be my fight.
Dustin Poirier made his UFC debut on New Year's Day back in 2011. He upset Josh Crispy, who at the time was thought to be the featherweight contender in waiting. And all Poirier has done is really take the UFC by storm.
Yeah, he's been looking great at 145 pounds. I've had the pleasure of suffering with him in the sauna. And he's just a great kid, too. And very humble, hard worker. You know, really a true student of the game.
And getting his first taste of a UFC main event here tonight. He's been on the fast track. 4 UFC wins in 4 appearances. Makes his 5th here tonight, riding a 5-fight winning streak overall. And really a well-rounded guy, Kenny. Gets inside, and when he does, isn't afraid to pursue a takedown. Very polished in the stand-up department. Actually told me earlier this week he's probably a couple years away from his fighting prime. Scary to think about the proposition that he hasn't scratched the surface.
There's no doubt that he is. I truly believe that. This is a guy who knows that he needs to keep working hard. He's already fighting at an extremely high level, one of the top featherweights in the world. And, you know, he has a plan. He knows what he needs to work on. And he's one of those guys who's constantly in the gym, always getting better. This is what he wants to do. And he really has the potential to be a superstar, not just a star in this sport, a superstar.
Now this is his 5th UFC fight. It's the first time he has faced his originally scheduled opponent. Last fight, UFC 143, he was expected to face Eric Koch. At one point, Ricardo Lamas was an opponent. He fought Max Holloway, and he walked away with the submission of the night. Looking to make it 5 straight in the UFC here tonight. in his UFC career. He is the fan favorite. He is the Korean Zombie. He is Chan Sung Jung.
And he's coming out to the song Zombie. I do a great acoustic version of this song, John. I'll have to play it for you at some point. Korean Zombie, just a tremendous fighter. He's a guy who doesn't want to waste any time. He likes to get right to the fight and try to knock you out or submit you. Very dangerous guy with serious power. And he hit one of the most beautiful submissions last year with a twister. And we saw Dustin Poirier hit one of the best submissions of the year this year. I mean, these guys are both so talented, both on the feet, on the ground. Been really looking forward to this fight for a long time.
A couple years back, the Korean Zombie really surfaced on the radar with his fight against Leonard Garcia. Our colleague Joe Rogan said it was the fight of the decade. But Leonard Garcia, the Korean Zombie has improved tremendously and evolved quite a bit since that performance in which he ate a lot of punishment.
Yeah, back then he was just strictly a brawler. He still brawls, but with better technique. You've seen him, he's really refined his technique since that fight, certainly, and sharpened up his striking, throws way straighter, way more technical, and still has a tremendous jaw to boot. Look for that style, right? Look for this style of fighting against Poirier. He definitely wants to turn this fight into a brawl, but he's one of these guys who's very, very dangerous on the inside.
He's about a 2.5 to 1 underdog here tonight, but no stranger to coming through as the underdog his last time out. UFC 140 in December. The knockout of the night of Mark Hominick, as you just heard, it took 6.2 seconds. And that came on the heels of the first twister in UFC history. So both of these guys put on some of the most memorable performances we saw in 2011, hoping to follow suit here in 2012. Second appearance of the year for Dustin Poirier, and first for Chan Sung Jung. All right, we get you the tail of the tape, sponsored by Bud Light. Here we go. 2 years older is Chan Sung Jung. A 2-inch height advantage and 1-inch reach advantage for the favorite here tonight, Dustin Poirier. Here once more is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Virginia Department of Professional and Occupational Regulation. With Executive Director David L. Holland. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Jeff Blatnick, Cardo Urso, and Sal D'Amato. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Murgliata. And now, live from the Patriot Center in Fairfax, Virginia, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record, 12 wins, 1 loss, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Lafayette, Louisiana, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record, 12 wins, 3 losses, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Seoul, South Korea, the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung.
All right, guys, been through the rules in the locker room. I want you guys both to obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Best of luck to both of you.
And we remind you, our main event here for UFC Fight Night on Fuel TV, 5 5-minute rounds, if necessary, to determine who moves forward in the increasingly competitive UFC featherweight division. Chan Sung Jung.
Are you ready? Let's go fight, guys.
And Dustin Poirier. Here we go.
Poirier, the southpaw, starts early, lands a nice left hand on the Korean Zombie that backs him up. And there was a point in Dustin Poirier's life before he got serious into the fight game. He was walking around at 200 pounds. And he's changed his life in so many different ways. Really, he's dedicated his life to fighting and looking for a sweep reversal here. Now he's in the single leg. Korean Zombie put on his back, working some short elbows on the side of the head of Poirier. Poirier working for that single leg, hitting little knees to the inside of the leg of Korean Zombie. Trying to win the war there with his underhooks and his head positioning.
Let's go.
Korean Zombie staying very calm, keeping a very nice grip on the inside of the arm of Poirier to control him. Nice knee from Poirier.
The Zombie chants raining down, and the fan favorite follows through with a power takedown.
Beautiful reversal from the clinch, the Korean Zombie, and lands right in the side mount.
Get your underhook. Underhook on the right-hand side.
Not a good position for Poirier here.
Keep going. Get on your hip. Get on your hip. Work to get on your hip. Left elbow down. Left elbow down. Keep your left elbow down. Get up on your hip. Get up on your hip. Push. Yes. Feet on hip.
And you hear the audibles coming out of the Poirier corner, and seems to be pretty coachable following that advice.
He needs to get his head up and away from that cage, and he's trying to do that. Having your head up against the cage really limits what you can do from your guard. It shuts down your hips, shuts down your movement, and in doing that, it shuts down your submission game.
Some nice crisp elbows landing inside for Jung.
Very nice elbows.
Work that penalty.
And already opening a cut on the forehead of Dustin Poirier, so early advantage for the Korean.
You know, having a shaved head, I think in that regard is actually a disadvantage. There's no hair to really protect you. We saw it with Donald Cerrone, and that sharp point of the elbow will cut faster and easier there.
Yeah.
Work your angle. Keep going. Keep working that angle. Keep working that angle. Yes. Keep getting out.
The Korean Zombie's ground game has improved leaps and bounds, as his entire game, and showing a nice top game here.
You see, he's really matured as a fighter. He's not spazzing out. He's taking his time. He's methodically trying to work to pass the guard. Nice reversal from Poirier. Beautiful sweep.
And you know Poirier's game. He knows the Korean Zombie's not easy to put away. He was expecting 25 minutes tonight.
You know, I mentioned both of their submission wins. The famous twister that Korean Zombie hit last year, and Poirier's sick triangle from the mount that he hit this year, and it's become a ground war. Korean Zombie posting on the mat with that right hand, looking to get back to his feet. Poirier looking to transition to the back of the Korean Zombie, but he overhooks and saves his position there.
So we showed you the takedown to reversals there. The Korean Zombie chants on Jung, 2 out of 2, then the reversal for Poirier.
Korean Zombie almost to his feet here, using the fence to his advantage very well. Now it's Poirier who's trying to work for this single leg. He needs to pick it up and run the pipe. He switches to a body lock. Nice little elbow off the clinch from Poirier and a knee. These guys are going at it.
And you see Poirier cracking a smile as he lands his most significant strikes of the fight.
Poirier's got to watch for that right hand of the Korean Zombie. A nice sprawl from the Korean Zombie here, forcing the head of Poirier to the mat.
And a nice job to make sure he wasn't on the wrong side of a takedown at the end of the round.
Absolutely.
청소가 잘 들어.
Okay, listen to me closely, Chansung. He can't strike with you, so you need to keep continuing. Don't worry about the takedowns. You're defending it well. Grab his left hand and pull it in and go on the inside. He's tired already. Be calm. Don't
This
get
takedown
overwhelmed.
from Korean Zombie, beautiful body lock and trip right in the side mount. And here are the elbows. And then Poirier getting a chance to throw some elbows from the feet and a nice knee as the round ended. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, the knee probably the cleanest shot of that little combination. Not a ton of those found their home. Chan Sung Jung's corner thinks Poirier is a little bit fatigued. I hadn't seen that to this point. We'll see.
He's leaving his foot out there, John. When he's kicking the leg, he's kind of watching his work. And the Korean Zombie taking advantage and countering with a takedown, and now he's landing some very big blows there. Nice shots from the Korean Zombie from that top position. Poirier tried to transition into a leg lock. Wasn't able to, and now it's the Korean Zombie who continues with this assault. The top position of that guard of Dustin Poirier. Very impressed with the strategy of the Korean Zombie. Really being very methodical out there. Poirier looking to his corner for advice. Korean Zombie trying to base forward. Land those elbows that he landed in the first round, and it's Poirier who's trying to work a high guard. Big shot for the Korean Zombie. He faked like he was going to try to push the ankle down. Landed a huge left hand.
And this is just a completely different fighter than we saw just a few fights past. Tremendous evolution for the Korean Zombie. The action right in front of us here. And Poirier's forehead starting to show signs of the damage Jung's doing on the ground.
Poirier, the southpaw, needs to start getting his kicking game going. He needs to start working that left leg to the head of the Korean Zombie. He works the left cross. Instead, he's got to watch out for that right hand. Korean Zombie is dangerous with that right hand. Nice little right hook from Poirier. Spun Chan Sung Jung around.
Huge flying knee lands for Chan Sung Jung, and he keeps throwing shots at the favorite, Dustin Poirier.
Wow, look at that transition. Beautiful stuff. He countered that double leg. Reversed it right into the mount position. Just when you thought Poirier had him with that power double, he reverses it into a beautiful sweep right to the mount position, no less. Korean Zombie's on fire now and in a great position to finish this fight.
And keeping the work rate up. Mixed martial arts at its best. So a very dominant position here for Chan Sung Jung. He's got 2 minutes and change with which to work.
Poirier needs to let go of that grip. He's not going to be able to stall from there. He needs to push on the knee of the Korean Zombie and start getting back to his guard. Holding up there isn't going to help him at this point. He needs to push on the knees, push on the hips, and start getting his hips and legs back into this fight. Look at this transition from the Korean Zombie, John. Beautiful stuff. Can he finish it? He's now working for a triangle. Poirier counters that, but he's still not out of trouble. Korean Zombie now back to the triangle. They're transitioning so fast.
This place is going nuts. You see why Chan Sung Jung's a fan favorite activity.
He's relentless, John. He's relentless. He's going from armbar to triangle, back to armbar. Now he's not stopping. He's attacking with elbows from this position. And Poirier's in trouble now as he goes belly down with the Russian armbar. Poirier needs to roll out of this, and he does. What hard technique for Poirier. Now he's in the side mount. Can he get the mount? Zombie gets back to his half guard, and now full guard. My God!
And the crowd very appreciative here. What a second round.
John, this is why I love seeing the little guys go at it. It's non-stop action, technique at the highest level. And they're not stopping. These guys aren't getting tired. They just keep going. If they do get tired, they just keep throwing shots, keep transitioning into submissions. Beautiful stuff. The triangle attempts, the submissions keep coming for the Korean Zombie, and this may be it. This is very tight. Poirier trying to counter by going to that side. The clock just saved him.
We will see a third round, and a lot of people are happy about that. Dustin Poirier with a disappointed shake of the head there. It's been largely the Korean Zombie thus far.
Yeah, he shook his head. He pretty much acknowledged that that bell probably saved him. It started off with some ground and pound, that left hand, huge flying knee from the Korean Zombie, and those little short uppercuts. There's the knees. Look at this transition now. Goes from the armbar to the triangle. Went back to the armbar at one point, and then he started throwing elbows from this position. Beautiful stuff from both guys, man.
Keep going with the elbows. Keep killing him with the elbows. Be calm, relaxed, make sure you can't move.
Initiate first, you're doing great. Initiate first.
Let's go. It's yours. Keep going, Dustin.
You're doing amazing. Live your destiny, baby.
I got you.
Let's go, fight!
And the good news is this is not the final round. 5 if necessary, and Poirier wearing the blue trunks. Chan Sung Jung in the white with red.
It's a very important point, John, because right now, you gotta believe Korean Zombie started this fight so well, and Poirier's got 3 rounds trying to take control of this fight if it should go to a decision. And now Poirier's starting to find his mark, but he's getting into a brawl with the Korean Zombie. This is not what he wants to do. He needs to go back to making it a technical fight. He's playing right into the hand of the Korean Zombie.
Poirier thus far unable to really find his range with much consistency. Pressing forward.
This has truly been such a fast-paced fight. We're talking about the weight cut being difficult for Chan Sung Jung. And that may very well play a factor in this fight. This is a 5-rounder, and he's starting to slow down.
Yeah, we asked him what was the most difficult part of his preparation for Dustin Poirier, and didn't mention any discipline or strength. He said it was the weight cut.
Yeah, these are big featherweights here. Nice jab from Poirier. This is what he needs to do, really get that range going, utilize that reach advantage. He's swinging punches, though. He's starting to get away from his technique. He needs to keep it technical, keep him on the outside, and that's what's winning him this round right now. If he can get a little bit busier, he can start to steal this fight away, because Korean Zombie is definitely slowing down.
And that straight left for Dustin Poirier is starting to land with some consistency.
Poirier is moving straight back. He needs to get back on his bike, get some lateral movement going. Because you know, the Korean Zombie lands one shot, another one's coming. And now look at this, as he went straight back and just turned into a body clincher takedown for Chan Sung Jung, right in the side mat.
And once again, a nice reversal by Poirier. But great timing by Chan Sung Jung to score some points there.
Beautiful, another beautiful body clinch takedown, John, from the Korean Zombie.
And now a nice welt under the left eye of the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung, and he eats another couple strikes to the dome. So here comes Dustin Poirier.
His hands are really, Korean Zombie's hands are really starting to drop. If I was Dustin Poirier, being the southpaw, go upstairs with a left kick. Big knee for the Korean Zombie to the body. Both of these men are starting to tire. Nice little short elbow from Poirier. Korean Zombie gives him some room. Man, what a pace, what a fight.
And you're right, the Korean Zombie now as flat-footed as he's been in the fight, and part of that because Poirier has started to find his range. We also point out neither of these guys has gone past the third round in their mixed martial arts careers.
Yep, they're going to be going into uncharted territory here. You know, this fight always starts on whose skill is better. And if that's not enough, it slowly starts to transition to who has the bigger heart. And that's what we're seeing right now. Who's more conditioned and whose will is greater here in the later rounds. Big knee from the Korean Zombie.
And Poirier has absorbed several significant strikes and keeps hanging in there in the pocket.
Poirier's really winging that left hand. He needs to stay on balance. He needs to keep his technique going. He's thrown himself off balance when he's trying to overcommit to that left hand. There it is. Now it's crisp shots from Dustin Poirier.
And you see the significant strike gap. Dustin Poirier beginning to close at 50 to 36 right now. And that left eye of the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung, bears watching. He has absorbed a lot of punishment in this round, more in this round than the first and second rounds combined.
Definitely, Poirier is finding some very good moments. He's finding a home for that left hand. And he's finding it because he's throwing it straight and crisp. He's not trying to take the Korean Zombie's head off. He's just trying to land it. Precision, technique.
And Poirier would appear to be the fresher fighter, but it is Chan Sung Jung coming forward at the end of the third round. We got a fight, Fairfax.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, you coming straight left or straight right?
Hey, look at me. Look at me. You won that round. Hey, look, these are the championship rounds. Look at me. You're a warrior. Hey, this is a fight of the night you in. You understand? It's a fight of the night. The left head, the head kick is there on his right.
There's the Korean Zombie who had Dustin Poirier pinned up against the cage, but it was Poirier who fired back with a very nice left hand. And there it is again, right on the button, boom. Backs up Chan Sung Jung. Here it is again, right on the button, and that's what he needs to go back to. Keep it technical.
Okay.
And I can assure you, Kenny Florian and I were the only ones standing, or sitting, I should say, in between rounds. This place is going bonkers right now. 10 minutes, if necessary, to decide this thing. Dustin Poirier on the heels of a strong third round. And the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung.
Rounds of truth right here. Now Poirier is starting to find his mark with that left hand. He needs to finish the combination with his right hand, whether it's a hook or a little short jab. He can't just throw one shot now. If he can finish the job here, it will be with his right hand. Don't just throw the left. Finish it now with the right. For the Korean Zombie, if he can get his kicks going again, that will serve him well. Try to keep Poirier on the outside. Nice little knee from the Korean Zombie. Poirier going back to his jab, and there's the right uppercut. Poirier is hurt.
And immediately when he's stunned, he goes for that takedown. The uppercut and the knee really putting Poirier in a bad spot.
He's in the Darce choke right now. He can finish this. This is the choke that Poirier has used. Korean Zombie just finished him with his own choke.
Chan Sung Jung has done it again. How about the Korean Zombie? Wow.
What an unbelievable fight. It may have been the submission that finished this fight, but I tell you what, it was all set up with that uppercut. That took Poirier out of this fight and really rocked him from there. The Korean Zombie put on the finishing touches with that D'Arce choke. Unreal.
All right, the move of the fight is brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all.
Here it is, look at this leaping uppercut, bang! Lands right on the jaw. Poirier was in big trouble. Tried his heart out for the takedown, but look at this transition. I'm not sure if the Korean Zombie throws anything but finishing moves, whether it's on the feet, flying knees, big uppercuts. He doesn't want to waste any time. He wants to get his check and get out of here.
And
that's why he's such a fan favorite.
You saw the complete MMA arsenal of Chan Sung Jung here tonight, and there were pockets there in that third round where maybe fatigue started to set in. Well, he rose above it in a huge way here tonight, and once again comes through as a pretty sizable underdog. Mark Hominick step aside, Dustin Poirier step aside. Enter the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung, and the crowd is loving every minute of it. When we return, we get you the official decision as Chan Sung Jung shines again. Stay with us. UFC Fight Night on Fuel TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 7 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by submission due to a D'Arce choke, the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung.
So the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung, does it again. Congratulations on another tremendous performance.
또 했네. 축하하고 너무 대단한 퍼포먼스였다.
잘 모르겠어요. 일단 여기 와주신 한인분들 모두 고맙습니다.
I don't know, but I want to thank especially all the Korean fans from the Korean community here that came out today.
You had everything going here tonight, perhaps a little bit fatigued there in the third round, but you rallied in a big way for the finish in the fourth. Talk us through the end of the fight as you secured the win with the D'Arce choke.
오늘 완벽하게 했는데 근데 3라운드에서 조금 지친 모습 보여줬는데 근데 마지막에 어떻게 걸린 거야?
진짜 3라운드 죽을 뻔했어요. 포기할까 같은 생각도 많이 했는데요. 그래도 상대도 더스틴 포이리도 지친 모습을 보여서 끝까지 할 수 있었습니다.
Yeah, he had me in trouble there at the beginning of the third round, and you know the thought of giving up was in my head, but I just kept going and came up with the win.
All right, so you have now finished two of the best featherweights in the world, Mark Hominick and Dustin Poirier. I gotta ask, we know the crowd loves you. Who is next for the Korean Zombie?
이제 최고의 페더웨이트 두 명이나 이겼는데, 근데 이제 다음 누구예요?
내가 저번에는 운이었단 말을 너무 많이 들었어요. 솔직히 저도 운이었다고 생각합니다. 근데 오늘은 운이 아닙니다. 이제 그 사람을 불러도 될 것 같습니다. I want Jose Aldo.